I've always had a soft spot for salamanders. When I got back into the hobby 4 or 5 years back, they were the first thing I wanted to paint, but I'd never done them justice until now. For this Infernus Marine, I've busted out muzzle burn, how to customize these awful push fit marines, and some of the first proper freehand I've ever done. Let's get to painting. I had a comment on my recent Night Lords video about showing my conversions, so I thought this was a good opportunity, especially with Armageddon's release, to show you how to add custom shoulder pads to your push fit marines. On this one, it was as easy as just clipping off the shoulder quite roughly, and as long as it can fit back on the mini, that's all that matters. I'll be using blue tack to hold them on for now, but there's usually enough plastic left to glue these on. I primed the mini with Chaos Black and decided to do a pre-shade with Pro Acryl Bold Titanium White. I thinned this 2:1 Vallejo airbrush thinner to paint and sprayed it at 25 psi. I added a few drops of flow improver as well, as I was getting some pretty insane tip dry. Not typically a problem I have with this paint, so I'm not quite sure what happened there. Pre-shade is going to help establish the shapes on the mini and where I want my light sources. Green paints can also be quite translucent, so this is going to help with the bright green salamanders are known for. It's also at this stage that I forgot the shoulder pads would be black, so that was fun. I'm going to be using 2 greens for this scheme, both from AK's Colour Punch range. I started using AK Greenskin Punch, and I thinned this 1:1 with Vallejo thinner, and I sprayed it at 25 psi. You can assume these are my settings unless I say otherwise. I initially sprayed this exclusively into the dark areas as I didn't want muddy desaturated shadows, but after doing all of that work I realised it would actually help the transitions if I covered my light areas as well, as I'd still be able to tell where they were. To highlight, I added some AK Slime Green until I had roughly 1 part that to 2 parts Greenskin Punch, and I added a little more thinner accordingly. This is immediately a much brighter green that doesn't lose any of that saturation I'm after, and as you can see the light areas are still quite clear through the base coat, which is why pre-shades can be so important. I then did a second smaller highlight with a 1:1 mix, and if I were doing an army of these I would make big pots of these mixes for consistency. Black is the secondary colour for salamanders, so there's lots to do. I used AK Black to cover the weapon, the leather, the undersuit, almost everything that wouldn't end up being green at the end. I also had to cover up the lovingly highlighted shoulders, but the airbrush took care of the trim for me, so this is actually how I would recommend doing it. After laying down a couple of coats of black, I airbrushed a little bit of AK Ash Grey on the backpack and shoulders to highlight, paying attention to where the tops of the shoulder pads would be. I thought about masking off the green trim, but if you're controlled enough with the grey, overspray shouldn't be an issue. Next, I did the highlights using pure slime green. Similar to my recent Space Wolf video, by using a mix as my brightest airbrush highlight, I can use the lighter colour itself to weather the mini and create definition in a way I think is really cohesive. I made sure not to do perfect lines and throw on some chips and scratches as well. This adds a little bit of interest and is also just how I like to highlight my minis. Take your time with this and go over every edge you can, predominantly using the side of your brush. For the leather, I wanted to evoke the feeling of red scaled lizard skin we sometimes see as a salamander motif. I started by base coating the belt and pouches with AK Black Red. I did some scratchy highlights using AK Saddle Brown, but I wanted to bring more of that red back in, so I did a couple of layers of glazing using Black Red again, just in the centre of flat areas. For the black edge highlights I used more Ash Grey. The airbrush highlights aren't 100% opaque, so it shows through alright, though I could have used Basalt Grey instead. Because I didn't want to mask up the body, I decided to glaze on some highlights for the flamer using thinned Ash Grey, about 3 or 4 parts of water to paint. I did a couple of layers of this, followed by some more scratchy edge highlights for definition. I've yet to do a purity seal on this channel, but my typical recipe is to start with AK Leather Brown over all of the parchment. Then I highlight it with Warhammer colour Karak Stone, sketching in where the light would be and lining the edges. For the wax, I just used AK Blood Red, and then I mixed in a little white for the highlight. Now for my favourite bit, the flames. This was my second attempt at freehanding this, the first being only 2 minutes before filming on a test model that did not go well. I started using a 1:1 mix of Blood Red and AK Deep Orange, and I sketched in lots of curved lines. I had a reference photo of fire in front of me so I didn't stray too far, and off camera I gave this a couple of extra coats, just for opacity. Then I did basically the same again but smaller, using pure deep orange, maintaining that red outline. I mixed some AK yellow into the deep orange, about 1:1, and I continued even smaller, before using pure yellow to paint some very small bits, and I've got to admit, I am over the bloody moon with this. I love it. Time for some decals and a wash, so I sprayed the whole mini with Vallejo polyurethane gloss varnish. I then applied a couple of decals from the Horus Heresy Salamanders sheet. Crucially, I applied them to the wrong shoulders, but let's be honest, no one's focusing on this guy's shoulders. After letting the decals cure overnight, I gave them another coat of gloss just to seal them in. I then applied MIG Black Wash, thinned about 1:1 with odorless thinner, and I applied this over all of the armor recesses. After letting this dry for a few hours, I dampened a makeup sponge with more odorless thinner and cleaned up any overspill or staining where I didn't want it. Then I sprayed AK Ultramatte Varnish over the whole mini, thinned 1:1 with AK thinner. For the main steel colour across the whole mini, I used Vallejo Mecha Color Dark Steel. I avoided the heat shield on the flamer as I'll be painting this a little differently later on. I wanted some different metals on the flamer canister, so I used Scale 75 Decayed metal just to contrast the steel. For the blackened metal of the heat shield, I used Vallejo True Metallic Metal Obsidian Black, and for any gold details, I used AK Bronze. I then gave all the metals save the heat shield a couple of coats of thinned Agrax Earthshade. Now for the muzzle burn effect. I started by glazing thinned Gryph Hound orange over the middle of the heat shield. Then I used thinned Luxion purple in front of that, and then finally thinned Akhelian green over the front of the muzzle. Then I went back and did a second coat to blend these together and darken the effect. I also thinned down a little black to darken the muzzle elements. I started the basing at this stage, applying AK Muddy Ground, and I'll leave this to dry for later. I decided to highlight the heat shield using more dark silver just on the underside of the vents, and I mixed some bronze into the decayed metal to highlight those elements. Time for a slightly unconventional approach to the lenses. I base coated them with AK Dead Red. Then I mixed in a little white and highlighted the center of the lens. I thought this was a little subtle, so I did the same again just with more white, and then a dot of pure white in the middle. Finally, I covered it with a couple of coats of thinned Warhammer color Imperial Fist, and I think this is my new go-to yellow recipe. I decided to chip the armor using AK Grim Brown, as the colder brown will contrast against the warm green nicely. I went over the whole model with the brush, even the black areas, though you could use a sponge to speed this up, but I like to take my time. For the green areas, I highlighted these chips with more slime green, just picking out the underside of all of the damage. This is completely optional, but it really is a game changer for me. I also did the same thing on the black areas using ash grey once again. For the basing, this marine had some sculpted rocks I didn't really care for, so I just painted them leather brown to match the basing. Then I hit the whole base with some dark slate grey and old rust pigments by Vallejo. And finally, that all-important base rim. Thanks for watching, I hope you learned a thing or two. I wasn't really vibing with any of my test schemes, but I think this came together really well, and it's taken all of my willpower not to just talk about the flames this entire time. Not a bad first crack at Freehand. Please like and subscribe, and leave a comment if you have any thoughts, questions, or suggestions about what you'd like to see next. I'm planning a Crusader next week, but that was going to be this video until I got 2 Salamanders requests in 5 minutes, so don't say I don't do nothing for you. I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye for now.